Pretty hard line of necessity that the state's now taking on this deadline. Is there any leeway at all for people past November 5th?
None that the bill provides for. The bill provides that, or the bill requires everyone that intends on keeping their animal after January 1st, 2014, that they need to register, and they need to do so by November 5th. That is what's written in the bill, and that's the deadline that we've got to go by.
So what happens if Joe, Ohio citizen who has a tiger doesn't register by November 5th? Are they going to lose their animal one way or the other?
They will have, first of all, the department will respond to complaints and concerns that are out there. If they have not registered their animal, we would then go out, do an investigation, make any appropriate referral over to a county prosecutor that would indicate that they have violated, that they're in violation of law. Those animals, and hopefully they will, as it moves through the process, they will then be required to find another home for that animal someplace else other than on their property or under their ownership.
So is it necessary that you have to go to the prosecutor, get a court to judge for that?
We do not have the Department of Agriculture does not have that authority. We have to work through county prosecutors and the Ohio Attorney General to move those charges forward.
Once that entire process goes through, is there a situation where the state winds up actually removing those animals between now and January 1?
If we would be court ordered to do so, that would be a possibility. If we would find a situation, I think that posed a grave threat to public safety, I think that we would then look to have that authority granted to us.
You said a couple times you really don't want to be animal caretakers. That's your last resort, but obviously you've gone to the state to ask for the money. And how close are you to starting construction on that facility out here?
We should begin very quickly. The design group through the Ohio Architects or the State Architects Office has been working. I think that we have come up with a design. We are finishing the final touches on the planning process. Hopefully we're going to be able to begin to break ground here very shortly.
And what would your timeline be on actually having it done and available?
This is going to be a very simple facility. We hope that we are done within a 90-day window.
Oh, okay.
Etna Township seems to think that they may have legal grounds to stop that from going in. Have you? Do you care to comment on that?
We have not been contacted. I've seen articles in the press that indicate that, but we've not been contacted by anybody, and therefore I won't comment.
Should you have to seize an animal between now and when the facility is constructed? Do you have plans for where that animal will be held?
We will continue to work. We've tried to identify, once again, those kind of sanctuaries and rescues out there. It would be our desire that what we would do is try to find a spot for them in a facility that's not only safe for the animal, but will secure the animal from, for public safety purposes as well. So we're going to work with the networks that we've been able to identify so far.
The concerns of the township are the homes that are just beyond the fence line and the effect on property values and the economic impact of attracting folks to the economic park nearby. But were those things that you considered when you decided to put the facility here, the holding facility?
I think that when we went through the decision of where we would locate such a facility, I think that we looked at, first of all, the primary missions of the bill is to make sure that public safety is maintained and that we're able to do so, and that we're able to do so in a cost-effective manner. I think that our campus here met all those requirements. I think it's the best possible place for the facility. I think that we have, through the design and planning process of the building, public safety and public concerns have been our primary mission, and I think that we have done everything that we can and will do to make sure that this is a safe facility for the animals and for the public at large. Let's not forget that we have quite a number of our employees that are working out here, and we want to make sure that they're safe just as well as we do the public at large.
Temporary standards go through JCAR?
Yes, they will. We will need to file those hopefully today or tomorrow with CSI. There's the period of at a minimum of 15 days that CSI has to review, and then they will go before JCAR for final approval.
So quickest, shortest form approval would be what? December?
December 5th, probably. Okay. I mean, as we're stopping to, we're trying to decide how quickly everything can fast track and how everything that we move, and we would hope that the rulemaking body would look at that and understand the timetable that we have to meet.
So it's possible here that someone could own some of these animals, be meeting all the standards that you guys lay out, but not have registered and therefore lose their animals come 2014.
As the bill stands right now, that's correct.
Could you address, please, the number of animals that you think are in the state versus the number of folks who have actually registered with that deadline right around the corner?
Well, first of all, I mean, we believe that there are a lot more animals out there than have registered right now. One of the things that has been the most difficult about this, and even when the bill was going through the legislature as well, there's no good database to look at. We have we've certainly had dozens, hundreds of people come down testify on behalf or in opposition to the bill. We would have to assume that a lot of those are animal owners themselves. We have gotten a number of calls from people saying, "What do I have to do to register?" And then maybe we haven't got what we believe is the same level of follow-up and the same level of registration of the concerns and the questions that have come our way. So once again, we're going to work from now until next Monday to make sure that everybody knows that the deadline's out there, that registration right now does not in any way commit them moving forward, but does give us that inventory of what's out there in the state so that we'll know how to plan and best put resources on how to put this program together and move forward.
What's your best appeal to people who may be holding out at this point?
I think our best appeal has to be is that we are certainly, while the law will set forth caging and care standards, we would hope that those are things that they would want to meet for the welfare of the animal, and for public safety as well. I think that the one thing that I would say is that if you think that you've got an animal that you would like to keep beyond January 1st, 2014, it is in your best interest to register that animal, to do that voluntarily, that when this board completes their work and puts forward the permanent standards that they will have to meet, if they look at that and then decide that they choose not to meet that or that they want to do something different, they certainly have that option. But in order for them to have every option that they would like to have to keep their animal, then registration by the 5th of November is paramount.